time. Not a great week. I didn't really pig out during the week, but I will say on Tuesday, I definitely blew up my whole week by having a stress reaction. I found out on about 24 hours notice that I was going to be presenting to a very, very senior person, someone at a president's level in my company on 24 hours notice. And like as the meeting was coming up, I prepare very diligently for opportunities like this, but I just felt like I did not have enough time. And on Tuesday, I went into the office. I got in at about a quarter to seven, and the meeting was at two. Um, I got to the office and I felt like I had a pretty good draft of the slide deck that I was going to present. Um, and I just felt like I needed to get up. And so I went out to get lunch and I went to Subway. And I felt like when I was walking to my car, I was going to get some junk. So I'm not going to beat myself up too much for that. But I did have like a foot long, I had three cookies and I had some potato chips. It was probably like a 2,000 calorie meal. I had planned on fasting that day. So it really blew up my week. I did not fast. And I tried to basically make up for the fast by saying, okay, instead of fasting Tuesday to Wednesday and then eating a normal diet Wednesday, then fasting from Thursday to Friday as I had done the previous 2 weeks, I said, I'm not going to fast today, but I'm just going to have one meal a day on Wednesday and Thursday. I did fine on Wednesday. On Thursday, I'm not at a point with my discipline where I can do that. It's not something I've done often. Honestly, the only time I've ever done one meal a day on consecutive days was when I got down to 233 in December of 2021. And I don't want to harp on, I've let that go. But I just say that I thought to myself, I thought back to then when I was trying to make a weight goal for an entire 5 out of 6 days, I had one meal a day. I think it was from Sunday to Friday or Sunday to Thursday. Friday, I fasted until like 1 o'clock when I weighed myself. But I was like 236 at the time, and I was trying to get under 235 to end the year. Um, I'm not at that point with my discipline, but I have been doing well. I did get in 2 24-hour fasts this week. I did eat out more than I should have last weekend. I had my daughter by myself, and she will not eat anything I make for her. So I took her to Silver Diner for dinner, and I went myself the day before, and I haven't had a bunch of junk food in the last week, but I've eaten out, and then I had the sandwich. I saw my weight yesterday. I should not have looked down on the scale, but I knew I was not having a great week, and I saw I was like 271 and a half, and that definitely had a lot to do with me giving up on the fast. I usually don't look at my weight when I step on the scale, so let's see where I'm at. I did have a bowl of oatmeal and I had some sweet potato chips in the afternoon. I didn't eat dinner, um, and I had those at about 4 o'clock. So I'm in a fasted state right now, but I did not have just one meal yesterday as I had planned. I had steak and sweet potatoes yesterday at 11:30, and I did not plan on eating again before my weigh-in. But I will say, looking at my weight, I saw I was not going to get under. I was 266 and a half last week. I knew I was going to make it, and I definitely think that played a big role in me just giving up on the fast because I knew I had set the goal of trying to get under 260, and I see that's not realistic. But got off the scale. Let's see where I'm at for the week. My scale was acting weird this morning. Haven't seen my weight this morning. Holy Christ. That is a shock. Cause I looked at my weight. Now mind you, I get up at 5. So I weighed myself at 5. But I was fasted. That makes no sense. I've lost, there's the 5.7. I was 271 and a half yesterday. I thought I honestly expected this to be like 270, 269. So I don't know. I'm pretty shocked. I didn't weigh myself super late. I was running like I usually weigh myself at 8 now instead of 12. Um, but my daughter was dragging her feet. I take her to school on Fridays. I usually weigh her right before I leave in the car, which is usually right around 7:45, 8 a.m. So I weighed her when I got back, but as soon as I got back, I weighed myself. Um, Surprisingly low. Um, let's look at the 7 day average. So my 7 day average is 271.6, which is, this tells me what I'm doing is just gaming the system and working to get my weight low because I have been weighing myself. I don't look at it. I did look yesterday, but I doubt that that's going to be lower than last week, 271.6. Yeah, last week I was lower. Um, so I'm not happy with this. I'll say. So that's a surprisingly low result. I thought I was going to be a ballpark 270. I looked at my weight maybe last Saturday and Sunday, and I saw where I was on the weekend. I shouldn't have looked yesterday. That's why I don't look because if I didn't look yesterday, I wouldn't have had that bowl of oatmeal and those sweet potato chips, and I probably would be like 264 right now. Um, but I've got to work to get my 7 day average low. I can't just game the system and work to get my weight lower on Friday morning. I haven't done anything different. And last week I was in a fasted state. I had but I stuck to fast day, fed day, fast day, fed day, and then fasted. And I weighed myself at 8 a.m. last week. And I weighed myself and I hadn't eaten since the day before at 12 noon. So consistent day, but I had food yesterday afternoon. So that tells me had I not eaten yesterday, I would be lower. But I don't think getting under 260 is realistic. But I had set the goal when I was thinking I was going to be 270, 269 of trying to get under 265. I'm going to set a goal of getting under 264. I want to see 263 point something, and we will work our way into the 250s in February. Not a great week. I'm not happy with it. Despite the fact that I'm down about a pound, pound and a half, I'm not happy. Actually, no, I was 265.9. I'm down a half a pound. I was 266.5. So not a great week, but I'm not going to beat myself up. Still progress. But next week I want to come in under 264, and so I'm going to fire on all cylinders next week, and let's hit that goal. For now, for Reed Fitness.